What's going on, guys? This is Zion. How are you, getting owners? I don't know why I say a question when I can't hear your answer, but I'm trusting you're well. It's Sunday. I just got done with my walk. That's why I've got this crazy big rice paddy hat on. I want to talk real quick about the concept of failure. I just finished reading two books about failure. One of them was not that great because of how it was written, but the information was good, and the other one was really, really good. Let me know if you have an interest in reading something like that. But the concept of failure is so integral to talking about, not only in our own lives and addressing the fear of failure, but also delivering that message to the people whom we influence. So if you have an audience, which all of you guys do, that's where you're using the Get Known system. If you have an audience, one of the great things to talk about is the fear of failure, because that's often what prevents people from getting into whatever you're delivering, whatever you're teaching, right? And I bet you have lots of stories about how you overcame failure, how you learned from failure, or how failure prevented you from doing great things. And those are the kind of stories I want to encourage you this week to deliver to your audience, or next week, or whenever. But write that down. Think about how and this is a little bit vulnerable to talk about something like this, but I think it's very, very important to talk about your failures. Now, again, it's better to talk about scars than wounds. So in other words, if you're going through bankruptcy right now, it's probably better to not talk about that until you've gone through it. There is a certain amount of vulnerability that's sometimes off-putting to your audience. And I love that concept of talk about your scars and not necessarily your wounds. Sometimes it's uncomfortable for people to hear about, something you're going through right now. However, there are definitely exceptions to that. But if you've learned from failure, if you've had some bankruptcy, if you've had some failures, if you've started businesses and it didn't work out, those are great lessons that you can talk about to your audience. If you're teaching people how to lose weight, talk about how the struggle that you had in learning to eat well. If you're trying to teach people how to get into a new business or a service, tell people how you failed at this business and this business and this business. One of the big examples in my life has been writing music. To become a songwriter and to become a producer, you have to write a lot, and you have to kind of get used to the idea of failing. And it is not fun, because you don't ever go into a song with the intention of failing. But those failures are what made my songs better and better and better. There is a story about a teacher who I think was teaching ceramics or something like that, and she encouraged one group of students. She gave two groups of students the same amount of time, like an hour. She told one group, come up with the most amazing ceramic pot within an hour. And the other group of students, she said, make as many ceramic pots as you can in an hour. And guess which group of people had the better ceramic pots? The group who was given the task of doing lots of it, they're the ones that actually made better quality pots, because each iteration they were able to learn from their mistakes and apply those learning moments into their next pot. So there's something beautiful about us as influencers breaking through that fear wall and just playing with our art, playing with our craft, playing with those ideas. Are you afraid to lose weight? Are you afraid to get into the gym? Well, just start off by making it fun. Just see what you can do that day, instead of taking on an entire 6-month goal and trying to apply it every day. That's tough. That's overwhelming to people. So the point of this is, by us learning to overcome our fears and just try things and be quick about it, and just not be intimidated to, hey, you want to learn the kazoo? Pick it up and just start playing. It sounds horrible, doesn't it? Okay, that's fine. But now you have already learned something from that. You've already learned about the mouthpiece of the kazoo and the challenge of getting your lips right, or whatever it is. So this is your encouragement this week. I hope you guys are doing well. I want you to also know that on the form that you fill out every week, there's going to be a spot now that's going to allow you to put in the date in which you want your video to be published, to be released. Because I know some of you guys like to have several videos lined up, and you don't necessarily want it to come out on Mondays. So I'm going to have a date now in that, and you'll just put when you want that video to be released. All right, guys, I hope you have a wonderful week. Let me know if you have any questions, and thank you so much for your business. I'll talk to you later.